Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. In this video we're going to be talking about SAIDA. Should you recruit her now, or is it better to wait for a bit or maybe even entirely pass on her? That's what we're going to talk about. So SAIDA has two game modes where she is useful. One is PvP and one is AFK stages. As for Dream Realm, there is no use whatsoever of SAIDA, so she is not going to ever be needed for Dream Realm. But AFK stages, this is the interesting thing. She is actually doing a lot better than I expected in AFK stages, and at some of the high deficit, high level AFK stages people have pushed to, I have some replays that I'm going to begin by showing you. People are using SAIDA in multiple teams. Basically, almost all of the recommended team formations are going to be having SAIDA in them because she is so good at stalling out the opponent. So a lot of the teams are going to be Iron Almas for the crowd control, and then SAIDA is going to get spawning her Drain Seeds. A lot of them have Valara as well, of course, because Valara is going to provide the stat steal and debuff. And then SAIDA just usually ends up cleaning up the enemy team. Sometimes Baelran is also used in these teams, but really the core is Iron Almas, Valara, SAIDA, and then +1 can be pretty much anything. So here, look, almost all the team is dead. It's just SAIDA left now. But Valara was able to cast enough to get the stat seal effect off, and now SAIDA is just going to solo all of these enemies. Like, which is crazy. And even though she's gonna die, and look at the blood spike, look at the crowd control that is providing, they're basically not even moving. And I think this, yeah, it's just gonna be a perpetual in blood spike, ticking damage. Her ultimate keeps dealing bonus damage on top of whoever she's targeting. And look at this. So this is how SAIDA is just kind of an absolute beast in AFK stages. I'm going to show you another replay because we'll show you a Tan stage one where like she's used with Baelran, like because usually that is what has happened. Like for example here, again, Iron Almas, Valara, the core Wilder 3 trio, and then you have the Baelran and SAIDA. And you're going to see it here. So here, Baelran is going to contribute the highest amount of damage, but SAIDA still does a really good job, and she can lock down the opponents. So there's a lot of value behind this. So basically, for those people who are pushing hard in AFK stages, they always want to get the best, most meta AFK stage pushing teams. Then SAIDA is kind of somewhat important to build, but definitely Baelran is as well. But the thing is, how important really for majority of players is it to be pushing these high deficit AFK stages? Not very important, because now they've even made it more casual friendly in this phase 3. I don't know if all phases we're going to get from now until like in the future seasons are going to be following this model, but this model, basically the AFK stages are not too difficult. There is not going to be any rewards for people like pushing like 100, 200 stages in advance, because you're going to be time gated. You're going to be time gated on your one-time clear rewards for your AFK stages in terms of your leveling up resources, and that's why people who are even like, for example, 300, 400 stages beyond, or 300 AFK stages beyond me, they're going to be the same levels as me. Look at what they have here, 939 to 944, and we're all 941. This didn't happen before. When they were like 300 levels, like AFK stages higher, high-end legend trials, they would be like 10 levels up on you. So like that is kind of, they've made it more casual friendly and made it less of a priority to be hard pushing AFK stages. So that's why I'm thinking, is it even important to like push AFK stages? It's probably the least important now to push AFK stages than it ever has been after the changes they've made for this phase 3, and if this is going to be like this going forward. Now, continuing looking about SAIDA, the other area that she has is PvP. Now for PvP, my guildmate has taken her to Paragon 4, and I can show you some arena replays of him attacking me. He has managed to beat me with SAIDA, but he's also managed to lose to me with SAIDA, and like it's kind of almost like a 50-50 right now. So I'm not, SAIDA is definitely good, and like obviously her value is that she can stall out the opponent better than any other hero. Because of her Drain Seeds, she can respawn, and then when she casts ultimate, she'll put a Drain Seed on an enemy, and then she can respawn from that. But really, you guys saw basically SAIDA to her full potential. That is when you can have the long, drawn-out fights in AFK stages, locking them down with the blood spikes. That is when SAIDA becomes an absolute monster, but that takes time, right? In PvP, you don't have the time to fully ramp up to that extent that she is able to do in AFK stages, and that is kind of the thing. And of course, Cryanaya is like her number one enemy, and if Cryonite comes in with her ultimate and locks in SAIDA, it's just gonna freeze and turn SAIDA into ice sculpture, and it's game over. So that's kind of the thing. I really don't like heroes which have such a hard counter, because basically if I find any SAIDA team, I know I can just Cryonite it, and if they have Dunlinger, yeah, they can protect from Cryonite, but then after the Dunlinger ultimate wears off, I can still get off the Cryonite ultimate and still go through and kill if I'm able to protect the Cryonite for long enough during the duration of the bell. So that's why I feel like SAIDA is just really high maintenance to basically protect. And now look at this. I'm running my defense, and my defense obviously is not going to have, like, you know, Cryonite on it. And even then, I am getting some wins against these SAIDA. So there's my guildmate who took the SAIDA to even crowned. And you're seeing this here. Like, he's running some meta teams, definitely meta teams, and they weren't winning here. But then they do get some wins and kind of the same team formation. So it's just a bit down to RNG. Green side is going to be my guildmate with the SAIDA, as you see in the back. SAIDA is protected by the Dunlinger bell, and I'm going to be on the red health bars. That's me, and I'm going to lose, so he's going to beat me. So SAIDA's right here. She's just stalling a bit. Of course, with Athalia, that is like the best ally for SAIDA, because SAIDA can just, you know, basically not die, and Athalia can just keep jumping around and dealing damage. That is basically the game plan. So what happens here is it looks kind of even right now, but the problem is, unless my Scarlita can get a lucky knockoff onto SAIDA and just eliminate her, they're slowly but surely gonna break me down. Like, look at this, see? Like, my SAIDA is just not killable. SAIDA takes down my Scarlita, then she takes down the Kulu. So that is basically how SAIDA is going to work in these stroll columns with Athalia and drawing out the fight. But now if we show you another example, basically the same team, and it lost to me. So again, SAIDA's on the green side, you're going to see how it can lose. I want to see if my Scarlita actually knocks off this the SAIDA from the play, because I think that would be the way to, like, hard counter her. But I want to see exactly what happens here. So right now it looks even, but of course the longer the fight goes on for, the more and more value goes to the SAIDA team. Okay, so the Scarlitas are down. Now let's see what happens to the SAIDA. It's just SAIDA and Athalia left, and do we even knock off? No, I don't even think we knock. There we go. Is that going to be the knock? Yeah, okay, so we got the Scarlita timing to knock off the SAIDA. So that's the way you can counter it. You need Scarlita or you need Cryonite. And of course, no one really is going to run Cryonite on defense because it's way too counterable. It's not recommended to run Cryonite on defense. But Scarlita can technically be run in regular arena defense. So that's basically showing you that what are the issues with SAIDA. Two major issues. One is that she's counterable by Cryonite, and the other is she's counterable by Scarlita. And so, and really hard counter, because it totally just eliminates her from the battlefield. But if she can dodge those two bullets, those two heroes, then SAIDA is basically unkillable, or she would be killable, but it just takes way too long. That if she has Athalia on her side as well, SAIDA and Athalia together, they're just gonna outstall you. So unless you have Cryonite or Scarlita, honestly, I think you're probably not going to be able to beat a SAIDA Athalia combo team. So of course that is a value of it. SAIDA is just basically, in my eyes, she's just an upgraded version of Igor for a more stalling effective strategy for PvP. However, for AFK stages, of course, she's nothing like Igor. Igor cannot be used in AFK stages. SAIDA is a beast in AFK stages, in the high deficit stages. But like I said, how important really is it, especially now that they made AFK stages even less of a priority? And so that's why, honestly, I am not going to recruit. Well, I don't even have resources. I went all in on Bailran. I took him to Paragon 4 just for Dream Realm scores. But like, I've decided I'm not going to recruit SAIDA until we see the next season Celestial Hypogean, and then maybe I will decide one of the two. So overall, just to wrap it up, my opinion is that for the majority of players, SAIDA is going to be a skip, and a safe skip, because it's really only AFK stages where she is that game changing, and it's for the high deficit, high level stages, which most people are not going to be pushing to anyway. And of course, Bailran still is really important as well. And Bailran just overall is a more solid hero, because Bailran also has Dream Realm usage, also Ravage Realm definitely, but also like Primal Lords, and also he's good in AFK stages, and PvP is also not amazing, but like overall Bailran is just a better complete package compared to a SAIDA. So that's my opinion. You guys can let me know your thoughts about SAIDA in the comment section down below. But anyway, guys, if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me at no extra cost to you. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.